hot hike.
Welcome to the first episode of the Sportscasting Couch. I'm Josh and joined today with my buddies Paul and Ryan.
Hey. Yo.
You can reach us by emailing sportscastingcouch@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at SC_couch, Facebook.com/sportscastingcouch.
Yeah, great intro.
So week one just passed. What do you guys think about it?
Good, man. I liked it. Football's back.
Football's back, man.
Very
Football
exciting.
is back.
About goddamn time.
Yeah, lots to talk about too. All of it.
Yeah.
So, this is it, episode 1.
Yeah.
This is how we get it done.
Yeah, let's do
You
it.
guys been talking
You guys
about
wanna
this for
talk?
a long. You've been talking about this for a long time.
I've been trying to start a football podcast for 2 years.
I just
maybe?
told you to remind me. That's all you had
Well,
to do.
this is not
Just
necessarily.
remind me.
This is not just a football podcast, right? This is we're
No,
football
we'll
just
be
started,
talking
right?
sports.
We're gonna be talking football for the next fucking
There's a long
3
off,
months.
There's a long off season, so we'll talk other sports in the off season as well.
Yeah.
But right now, after week 1, we'll talk some of the news that happened over week 1. Some of the important news. This is the intro for you boys.
Oh God, that's
like
great.
This intro is from 1970. It's the NBC Nightly News intro. They used it until 1972 to 1977. So let's get into the news. Ryan,
Yeah.
you're a Broncos fan.
Oh yeah.
So Vance Joseph, head coach of the Broncos, he said the O-line for the Broncos needs to improve. He's not wrong, considering Seaman got sacked 4 times.
Seaman.
Seaman.
You're gonna go there.
Yeah, he got swallowed whole a few times.
Okay. First of all, it's Simeon. You're gonna pronounce it right. Next
Nope.
that for the remainder of the show.
Dirty dangle, Simeon.
First of all, 4 sacks is not that many sacks, especially for a week 1 team.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't
Yeah,
know if you guys
Broncos.
realize how hard these guys work, especially in preseason, especially Unit 1 offensive lines, especially young offensive lines like the Broncos offensive line. Shit, 4 sacks wasn't bad, right? He played very well.
Simeon, yeah, he had some nice little jukes,
He
Vanilla Vic
played.
style.
Oh yeah, he played very well. Like I was extremely surprised, right? And he had some crazy velocity on his passes I haven't seen since he's been playing for the Broncos. That's for sure. But as for like how can the Broncos help him not get sacked? You got to run the football. That's the only way to do it. You can't just plug and play a new offensive lineman in there, all right? Offensive lines, like you need schemes, you need signals, you need game plans. There's no instant fix for protecting a
better
quarterback.
players.
The best way to do it, run the damn ball. Run the damn ball, and you got to run it consistently. And on Monday night, yeah, it was a late game. Yeah, I was tired, but I watched the whole damn thing. And guess what? I saw some damn good football, especially out of the backfield.
Living on the East Coast really makes that 10:20 start time
Man,
really
I'm
hard to watch.
over 10:30 p.m. start.
You just got to get a better team.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I almost passed out.
Oh,
I actually almost passed out, and I was about to pass out, and I was like, damn, the Broncos are up 21-7. I think it was 24-7. Something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
24/7.
Yeah, and then that interception happened off a foot, whatever, picked, whatever, Philip scores, that's fine. 2 plays later, another fumble, and then they score in the next play. Damn, now I'm awake. It's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No thanks.
But yeah, going back to your question, going back to that point, you got to run the football. That's what the Broncos do. You got to take some pressure off Simeon. He's a young kid still. He's not the most polished quarterback in the league. He's got some athleticism. Run the football, play action off of that, and you'll succeed every time.
Now, you saying run the football, they ran the ball 30 times that game.
That's
Run it better, he means.
Yeah, I meant run the football
Well,
consistently.
that comes down to the
better.
old line, though. Like, Josh, what do you think about that? I mean, you're not a Broncos fan, like.
Yeah, not a
Ryan,
Broncos fan. I think the thing with them is the defense can really focus on the run when they have. Well, before the game, it was thought of we didn't know who was the quarterback. Well, we knew that Simeon was starting, but we didn't know who the best quarterback on the roster was. It let the defense kind of stack the box a little bit, not worry so much about the pass.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that definitely would have something to do with it. It's opening night. People are still trying to get used to their blocking schemes and everything like that. So it's really tough to say first week. If it continues, then obviously they do have 2 good running backs they can use.
Oh,
CJ
great.
Anderson, Jamal
CJ
Charles.
Anderson's Jamal Charles, even D'Angelo Henderson, the rookie running back, he can run the ball. We saw that in the preseason. And also on the offensive line is a lot of young kids. Starting left tackle.
Yeah.
Garrett Bowles, he's a rookie. He's a good-looking rookie. He's big, physical. But, again, going up against elite pass rushers like they did on Monday, he struggled at times, and they got sacks off of it. Is what it is. You can't put your team in the situation when it's 3rd and long, right? And then those pass rushers can pin their ears back and then go get Simeon, right? He's still a young kid. He's going to look at one read, and then he's going to try and scramble, right? And then that's where the sacks happen. I didn't think 4 sacks was too bad.
No, it really
wasn't too
isn't.
bad.
I mean, going through the whole week, the next point I'm talking about, but let me show you this first. I saved this just for you.
Let's go. Let's go. Broncos.
Okay.
Broncos. Let's go. Broncos. Broncos. Let's go.
I like it. We're 1-0. Keep it going.
Yeah, no,
But big challenge this
I'm not concerned for the Broncos. They're an excellent team.
That-
But yeah, so speaking of O-lines, 4 sacks, like I said, it's not that bad. I'm a little bit worried for Houston. They got sacked 10 times by Jacksonville. Blake Bortles only had 21 pass attempts with 11 completions for 125 yards and a touchdown.
He's garbage.
Is their running game and defense strong enough for them to actually post a 500 record for the first time since 2010?
Jaguars?
Jacksonville, yeah.
Their running back's good. I don't know about their O-line, but their quarterback is what's going to really hurt them, to me at least. They have a really good young defense. It's hard to say.
That's definitely a tough one. It's week 1. You can't say someone's going to go, like, you can't judge a whole season off 1 week, right?
Okay, so
Especially-
let's look at it this way.
Looking at the numbers, right? Sacking a quarterback 10 times, right? Jacksonville got sacked 10 times.
Calais Campbell set a
Who-
franchise record for 4 sacks in a game.
So did you saying Jacksonville got 10 sacks that game, or they got sacked 10 times?
No, they sacked Houston 10 times.
They sacked. Well, Houston
also has Savage starting quarterback.
They have Tom Savage for now, and then I believe
No, yeah, if
the rookie came in. Oh man, I can't think of
Watson.
his name.
Who, Jacksonville's?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson came in. He played okay, but now he's
Oh,
banged
for
up.
Houston. For Houston.
But
yeah.
when you're looking at it, that's what you want. That's what Jacksonville's been lacking for the past so many years is a consistent pass rush. That's why they drafted Dante Fowler. That's why they brought Malik Jackson over there. 10 sacks is huge. Doesn't matter who you're playing, especially in NFL. That's video game numbers shit right there.
I think it's a lot to do with the same thing I said in the last point is you have Tom Savage as your quarterback. The defense doesn't have to worry about the pass game. They don't have to worry about having everybody in coverage because can Savage really make every single throw? So they were more able to just kind of rush the quarterback, get at him, and get in his head.
That's true. That is very true. And I don't think there was that much of a running game for Houston to lean on at all. So
Which kills me because I have Lamar Miller in my fantasy team.
Yeah.
I think he did okay. I think he got me like 11 points or something like that. But
How's your fantasy team looking?
actually amazing.
Who
I got
who's your
Zeke
running back?
Elliott in the second round.
Oh, okay.
I got Zeke.
Are you guys in the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got Zeke. I got Miller and Dalvin Cook, and actually Sproles on my bench. So it's looking
It's a
good.
good stable. Speaking of stables, back to Jacksonville though. You said their running back is one of their strengths. How about all 3 of those running backs are their strengths?
For Jacksonville?
Oh yeah, they got 3 starting caliber running backs in that stable. So I think that's what they ride.
The rookie Fournette.
Yeah,
They'll ride Fournette.
They ride Fournette. He's their bell
what'd I say?
cow. But then you come in with a guy with fresh legs and Chris Ivory, right? And then again you have T.J. Yeldon. I don't know, is T.J. Yeldon hurt or?
Oh, he's not on here. No.
I don't believe he's hurt. But you
didn't run a
got
ball.
3 starting. Those 3 running backs right there can start in the NFL for any other team, any one of them, right? And you got 3 of them with right behind an inconsistent quarterback with Blake Bortles. Like that's success right there, especially a defense that's getting after like young, fast, good defense. Yeah, I think they break 500 this year easily.
They could. It's scary now too if you think about it with Allen Robinson. He's out, And did you see Blake Bortles go up to him? He's hurt. He tore his ACL or whatever, his knee. He goes up to him and he pats him on the knee to say, like, I hope you come back kind of thing. Hits him on the injured knee.
What a dumbass.
Yeah, just a leader.
Now you see Jalen Ramsey's also a little shaken up too. I saw that as well. Hopefully he's okay because he's a big, huge part of that defense.
I mean, as far as betting goes, I always like to bet Jacksonville. I don't know why I can bet them. I can't bet Kansas City. Kansas City beat the Patriots, obviously, in the opener. Shocked to many. I mean, I was shocked that Josh and I are in the same NFL pick'em pool, and only one guy picked Kansas City to win. Wasn't me. Wasn't Josh.
And he's the same
Nobody
guy.
expected
He's
that.
also the same guy that picked all the underdogs, but like he had a couple underdogs that nobody else picked.
Yeah, he got
So
two
that- it
lone
just
wolf
shows you.
picks, and he's only got 6 picks right on the year so far. So that's pretty
So
bad.
it
I mean,
shows you that that's what it takes to pick the Jag.
Yeah.
But then again, my buddy John Gibbs Coyle, he picked the Jaguars this week on all of his
Oh, he did?
on all of his pro line stuff.
that's
That's how you get. That's
I
that's
thought
where
the Texans
payout
were going to
is.
come out and, with that whole Hurricane Harvey that happened, I thought they were going to come out fired up. Like J.J. Watt
They
was
did.
so
He came
fired
out
up.
fired up, but that was
But
his-
that's it.
He even
And
said that in a press conference. It's bad when that's the highlight of my night.
Yeah,
Just coming out with the
gassed
flash.
That's the
out.
defense, though. But when your offense can't get first downs, can't sustain drives, and defense constantly stays on the field, they're
It
going to
looked
get
promising
gassed.
when
And
Deshaun
then-
came in.
And then, especially like I said before, when they have those 3 running backs and they're just going to run it down your throat, like that's how you wear down a defense, and that's exactly what they did in that game. They just wore them down and they outplayed them throughout the whole game.
Yeah, that's a different Jacksonville team from last year. That's for sure.
Looking good.
So a big one. Unfortunately, I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan, so this one hurts me. But David Johnson is out for a while. It looks like Bruce Arians is hopeful that he comes back around Christmas time, which would be week 16 or so. Do you guys have anybody in your fantasy league that had him, and what the heck are they gonna do?
I think every single fantasy league he pretty much went first overall, right?
Yeah,
so
I love
I
it.
know that's crazy.
It's really it sucks. I don't remember who had it in our league, but what can you do when you draft someone first overall in that position? It's definitely it hurts you. It hurts you a lot.
That hurts you a lot because now you got to wait X amount of picks.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to pick again before you, and you're left with bottom barrel
Yeah, and that's
talent.
big.
And now you got to start that bottom barrel talent. You don't have your bell cow, and that sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's big for them
Right.
because their offense was basically based off of Johnson. So
Yeah.
now they have to rely on Fitz, who's
Well,
old, and John Brown.
Carson
who's-
Palmer. Did you see how he
Carson
played?
Palmer's the worst quarterback. He's the most overrated quarterback. I've hated him for so long.
Like I was saying, I was watching that game and I watched the whole thing, and I was just like, "Wow, is this guy getting pressured? Is he getting hit?" When he's no, there was
Especially
none
against
of
the
that.
Lions.
Right? He wasn't getting hit. He was just straight up missing people. I don't know if it's age, week 1 jitters. I don't know. You got a hell of a defense, if not one of the best defenses in the league.
You can't be the reason
and
you
you
lose.
can't sustain drives, and you got top flight just weapons all around you on offense. And it was hard to watch. It was really hard. It's the Lions too. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that one hurt just because it was the Lions. Not
But the
gonna lie.
Lions did ball out. They came back. And that Kenny Galladay kid looks really
stop.
good. That catch he made,
Yeah, the diving one.
well, yeah,
That was
catch
really
of the
nice.
week. Catch of the week in my eyes. Easily.
No. There was a pick by Tart, the free
Oh,
safety
that
for
one-handed pick.
Yeah, the Odell basically
Yep.
in front of him. It was
Okay, sorry.
that was really nice.
Then it was probably
The second.
my touchdown catch of the week. How about that?
There you go.
I like that Cole Beasley catch too. Like that.
Yeah, behind his head. Yeah. That was
Oh
good.
my God.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I wish I had the audio from
No, from Collins Worthless.
yeah, Chris Collinsworth going, oh my God.
Chris Collinsworth. I hate that guy more than anybody.
So the Cardinals obviously played the Lions, and speaking of the Lions, Matt Stafford with another fourth quarter comeback. Is he going to sustain this all year?
It's obviously really impressive that he keeps doing it. It does show you that the Lions are more often than not down in the game, right? Because they keep having to come back. You can't take anything away from it, though. It takes a lot of mental strain focusing in on those last minute drives. Cheers, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get a cheers on that really quick
Yeah,
before
cheers,
you
buddy.
cheers that.
Welcome to week 1.
Yeah. Week 1 of
Cheers.
football.
Fucking Josh doesn't even drink beer.
No,
He's got a nice cap over there. He's fine.
it's delicious.
Yeah, he spilled it on my carpet.
He's got a sugar
Thanks,
rush
bud.
going.
Yeah, he
he's
does.
all hyped.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't understand. That's all he did last year. Matt Stafford was come back in the fourth quarter, and I remember saying I think it was about week 10. I went, there's no way this is sustainable. You can't do
pretty
this
much did it
week.
every game.
He did it every single game, and then luckily I was right about he wasn't going to win those last 3 games of the season. So put him into that last wild card spot, and they ended up getting Seattle first round.
But that's why they paid him the big bucks.
that's what I was
That's how
gonna
you.
say.
That's what they pay
That's
you
what
for.
you
But
need.
when you're down, you got
You
to
need
come
clutch,
back.
and he's clearly
No,
very clutch.
okay, so he is clutch, but you guys know the big stat about him, right? That he's 5-46, not including week 1 this year, against teams that are over 500.
5-40. Well, if you think that sucks, it's terrible. But if you think about the
But you're
team
not-
he's had around him,
You're not
for how
beating good
long,
teams, though.
He went on an 0-16. He was 0-16 with that team. He's been on a bunch of bad Lions teams that it probably bumped that number up. Where if he's on a good team, he can make something happen.
Okay, so
It is-
let's look at it this way then. If you take Brady out of the Patriots and put Stafford in, what do the Patriots look like?
I think the Patriots would be just as good. Maybe not just as good because obviously Brady's the best.
But look-
But if you think they put in Garoppolo, they still do well. They put in Jacoby Brissett, they still do well. If they put in all these different quarterbacks, and it's Bill Belichick that just finds some way to win.
That's true.
The style of passing and all that stuff isn't as good.
That's the system.
That's the thing. Stafford has a
Josh.
gun. He can hit you anywhere on the entire field. He's pretty mobile. He trucks linebackers random times. He's a quarterback to want.
I don't think if you put Stafford in New England, right, and I don't think he'd thrive there, right? New England, that offense, like coming from a Broncos fan, I know what Josh McDaniels brings to the table. He made Kyle
Getting rid of
Orton
your
look
franchise, Tebow.
good. Okay, he made Kyle Orton look good, and he made Tim Tebow look good. Those guys aren't quarterbacks. Okay, I don't care what you say.
What's Teebs doing these days? Still
He's
playing
playing
baseball?
He's
Oh,
he's in the minors.
It's like .222 in the minors.
Oh yeah, he's batting 200, whatever. I couldn't bat 200 in the minor leagues right now. He's got power, but
No,
you never
well, I
know.
mean, he played baseball in college, right?
How you team my baseball?
Or no, high school. High school he played.
Oh, he played in high school. He's apparently really good. But anyways, back to my point with Stafford, right? Like, is that like his stats coming back from down? Can't beat any good. Like, those aren't stats to be proud of at all. Not at all. Right? You got to beat good teams if you want to win a championship. Right? And when you're getting paid $135 million, they want a championship.
Yeah.
They want a fucking playoff win. Right? He doesn't have a playoff win. Right? In order to get to the Super Bowl, you got to beat an above 500 team.
Yeah, it's bad when
It's fact.
when the team. Well, I think they took them down now, but they had as of last year they had playoff appearances as banners on their ceiling.
Yeah.
I
they
was
took
just
those
about to ask that. We've been to Lions games. What's that one awesome banner? It's playoff appearance.
Playoff appearance. Yeah,
It's
it's
playoff
Probably the
appearance.
only team in the NFL that has
celebrates
that.
it.
Yeah, exactly. So another question. I mean, getting off of Stafford because it's been beaten up like a dead horse by every radio station. Right? He's the highest paid quarterback. Baltimore blanks Cincinnati. Are we going to see a lot of shutouts this year, you think? Or is it just Cincinnati that bad, or is Baltimore that good?
Baltimore's defense was good.
I
know.
They just had one.
Terrell
really good
Suggs
game.
played like he was 24 years old.
The problem is
Right, so they're a good team. Cincinnati's a good offense. They got look at the players they got. Like young Joe Mixon, Jeremy Hill, Gio Bernard, Andy Dalton, AJ Green.
But for a lot of people saying that Joe Mixon was the next, they said if it wasn't for the fact that he beat his girlfriend or whatever, that he would have been the number one running back. Meanwhile, he totaled 9 yards on 8 carries.
He was still round 2 though. He
But
was
he was
round 2.
round 2 because
Yeah, no,
because of
but
that.
come on.
They would have said that he would have been what some experts said he would have been top 2 running backs taken.
Yep.
If
not number
if he
one.
didn't do it. Yeah, if not number
Wow.
1. But the thing is, the biggest thing, it wasn't even him. The biggest thing is Andy Dalton throws 4 picks in the game. And if you actually watch, one of the picks were thrown and the Ravens got it on the Cincinnati Bengals 2-yard line. So they needed 2 yards for a touchdown. The Bengals drive down the field. They get to the Ravens 10-yard line. They throw a pick. Yeah, they throw a pick. So then there goes another touchdown. It seemed like the Bengals shot themselves in the foot more than the Ravens actually won the game.
But you need players on defense to make those plays, right?
Yeah.
All those plays are made by those players on those not defense.
He threw
Not defense.
Baltimore
an
has a-
interception in the end zone that was a terrible throw into double coverage. It's a mix of both.
Baltimore's always had a really good defense, though. I mean, that's pretty much what their team's always revolved around. They've never had a really
Bengals do
strong-
too. They have a good defense.
Yeah, but I
Good
mean,
defense.
I look at their offense and I'm just like, look at all these stars that they have on their offense. Like AJ Green. I mean, I remember what was it, 3 or 4 years ago where they were playing Arizona and he did the flip over. Was Adrian?
No, it wasn't
Peterson?
AJ
That was-
Green.
that was
was
Jerome Simpson.
Jerome Simpson.
Wasn't
yeah.
that Jerome? Oh, okay.
That was unreal.
He did the
I
front
always see
flip.
that.
That
I
was
still see that on
crazy.
commercials all the time. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god! Every time I see him, like this motherfucker.
And then I see the
You gotta be kidding
then I
me.
see the Cardinal defense players just stand there and he doesn't even know
I
what to
feel
do.
so sorry for the guy that tried to tackle him.
Yeah.
He's I don't know if he even plays anymore. I would have cut his ass on the spot. So you just got flipped over. You kidding me?
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Any other highlights that, like, what stood out to you in week 1? I mean, for me, what stood out was Jacksonville, to be honest with you. I had a little bit more hope for the Texans, I guess, but with Brock Osweiler gone, maybe I went way too high of hopes, but I think I was just more putting it on the defense. And it looks like the defense of the Ravens did it for him. Jacksonville's defense did it for him. So
Eagles did it. Eagles defense did it for them as well.
oh god, I forgot about the Eagles.
Yeah, the most beautiful team in the NFL.
Jacksonville is definitely a surprise. Absolutely. I'm
Here you
pretty
go,
sure
Josh.
I'd
Here we
choke
go.
him.
Oh.
Oh god. Jesus.
Awful.
The my biggest not biggest takeaway, but one takeaway I took, I assume you guys seen this as well, is Tony Romo in the broadcast booth calling out the plays before they happen. He was saying, "Oh, this one's gonna be. I'll put $5. This one's a run right. Okay, these two linebackers, they're gonna blitz and they're gonna cross
I didn't
each
see
other."
his broadcast about that.
Oh, you didn't
No,
see that?
it
They
was
call
the
him,
Titans versus the Raiders. He was calling plays over and over, saying what it was gonna be.
they call him Romo Stradamus or something like that. Oh my god. It was actually unreal. He
The be-
Yeah, it's
called
crazy.
out like
The
12
best thing I
plays or
saw
something like
about the whole Romo thing was that he's injured for week 2 with
Yeah.
a throat.
Hurt throat.
Hurt throat. Yeah, sore
that.
throat.
Sore throat. He's out
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much as far as the news goes. The biggest stories right there. We gave you 5 of them. I did have one more question actually about the not specifically Baltimore and Cincinnati, but it's the theme being sacks. I mean, as far as what we're looking at, is this going to be a big year for QBs just getting crushed, or is it just something that they're going to adjust after week 1?
Exactly. It's early in the season. You see a lot more mistakes, missed assignments, missed blocks, all those things where you're going to get some chances that you wouldn't get later in the season when they are more prepared and ready to go. Really, you're right. You never know. It usually averages out to the same every year with sacks and all that anyway. So I would say no.
Yeah, Josh nailed it right on the head with that one.
Usually do.
Week 1, you get players that are going up against 100% dudes that didn't play in the preseason and things like
100%
that.
dudes.
100%. Dude.
No, like the players that didn't play in the
Yeah.
preseason that
No,
come
I-
out 100%. Pass rushers are coming out. There's a lot of pass rushers out there that didn't play at all in the preseason, right? And a lot of those offensive linemen, those offensive tackles didn't see any elite pass rushers. I know Von Miller probably played how many snaps in the preseason? Not a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 or 3 drives max, right? And was he playing hard? Probably not. Right? So
Yeah, it's just about getting back
it's
into the
week 1
groove.
is getting back in the groove.
Right.
It's
so-
true. It's true. They keep saying that September's become the new August, where September is where everybody's getting their training wheels off and getting ready to go.
Yeah,
Hey, there's that dirt bike.
that's
where-
dirt bike. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you guys because you both own the game, but Madden 18. What do you guys think? Because
Terrible. It's garbage.
Really?
He says terrible because he's 0-2 against me. Can't handle the Eagles.
for our listeners, every Super Bowl we have a Super Bowl party at my house here in the basement in the studio. Now I guess we're gonna have to make some room. Ryan, unfortunately, is
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
I'm a three-
by screen
I'm
peeking.
a
Yeah,
what do you
screen-
mean
Ask him how he
screen
does when we're
peeking?
not in the same TV.
Okay.
the
Here
screen
come the
peeker is
excuses already.
3-0 in Super Bowl
There's no
appearances.
such thing as a screen peeker. We play on different TVs. You guys
I
are
still
out of your
peek?
mind.
No,
I'm
you're
a
right next to each other.
three-time Paul Winnick's basement Madden tournament champion. And you guys are just salty.
Now the other problem with it, and I hate even bringing this up, but undefeated.
Yeah.
Undefeated. I haven't lost.
Yeah.
Not even in round robin play.
Let's be fair.
Well, it's because it's round robins play.
Yeah, round robins.
Yeah,
like,
round robins
What
play.
are you gonna do?
That's true.
Let's be real though. My team's been what 69 overall, 70 overall every time.
Okay, so
Well,
what's
get
it
a better-
what's it
get a
looking like?
better
And
team.
that's okay. So
Get a
in
better
Madden
team.
18, what's it look like?
Delicious.
Looks good.
Your
Yeah,
team. looks-
Alshon now.
What's your overall? I haven't even.
I
I don't have the game
I
yet.
don't think it's like 80 overall or something.
I don't have
But
time to
it's
play video
a
games.
lot.
like-
It's a lot better. More playmakers. So get prepared.
I'm
Hit
not
the lab.
afraid of you.
he doesn't even
I'm
care.
not afraid of
Can't
you.
see me.
He does not give.
After this, I'm going home and going to do the skills trainer anyway. So fuck you.
Okay, so that'll wrap up pretty much the news. I mean, you guys got nothing else as far as scores go or anything? Then I can jump into a segment that we're actually going to call the
If
good.
no one's going to hint on the struggles of the Atlanta Falcons, I can hint on it right now. Especially against.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
You have a hot take
I don't
on
know
the
if you guys-
Falcons or what?
They play like shit against the Bears.
Mhm.
That's true.
Like
Yeah, it's not good when the Bears don't have like any weapons
the Bears are supposed to be one of the worst teams in the league this year.
besides the Broncos.
It's the Falcons.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like the front runner. Actually, this was supposed to be their year to win the Super Bowl.
Do you think the Super Bowl curse is gonna go again? The losing team of the Super Bowl doesn't make the playoffs.
No.
You
Atlanta's
think
going
they're
to
make it.
You guys are talking
They
about.
keep playing like they played against
They
Chicago.
play, yeah, week one though, like we said, like we've already said, you never know. They stamp it down and get ready. Don't miss their assignments. Do all the proper
Yeah.
things. You never know how it changes.
I don't know.
It's week 1, right? So
Yeah, Bears are gonna
It's week one,
rip a
what?
lot of people's tickets this year. I'm telling you that right now.
Ripping
The Bears.
ticks.
Oh yeah, ripping
Oh.
ticks. They're just.
Oh, I meant to bring mine down to rip it just for you guys.
They got that young kid, that running back, Tariq Cohen. Joystick. You didn't see that guy's highlights?
Who?
Tariq Cohen.
From
The Bears.
the Bears.
Duh,
No,
I
let's
didn't
check
see
them out. What happened in
What was he doing?
what happened in
He
the
was
game?
juking everybody. This is the only way you just gotta watch it. The
Like
guy was
Simeon? Juking people like Simeon did?
oh, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, me neither.
He juked
Going into the end zone.
shit
Going
out
into
of
the end
Joey
zone.
Bosa.
Boom. Yeah.
Juked the shit out of Joey.
Couldn't
And that's
believe
when
it.
Rex Ryan's like, oh, is that Trevor Simeon or Michael Vick?
That's one thing we need to talk
That's
about.
when I
is
muted my
Rex Ryan
TV.
in the booth with I forget her
With
name.
that lady.
Yeah, it was probably the worst.
You know
the
what?
worst calling of a game.
Oh, I forgot there's a
Literally-
lady now.
Yeah, that
and-
was literally the worst broadcast I've ever seen.
You know, Rex
or
Ryan was
ever
just staring
listened
at
to.
her feet the whole time with his foot fetish. She
Oh
was
yeah,
just,
oh yeah, for sure. It was just brutal. It was a brutal broadcast.
I like Rex Ryan though. He tried. He did.
He tried.
He tried.
That's all that matters in this day and age.
He'll
is
get better.
You tried.
Yeah.
It's like us. It's like us with our podcast. This
One
is
day he'll be
episode
like
one.
Tony Romo.
That's
That
true.
was his
episode
episode
1. For those, obviously, nobody knows. That's just take number 5 or so.
Yeah.
Tariq Cohen highlights right here, week 1. Let's check them out. I didn't see any of this.
He is
so-
electric coming off a fantastic preseason. Leonard has time. They're going to dump it to Cohen. Got super speed. And
Oh, he just got lit up.
Devondre Campbell, as these Falcons are really hitting. Old crew coach Tony Gonzalez. Alan Fowler enjoyed that one. Second down. Leonard to throw. Cohen gets hog-tied, gets away, and then taken down.
How was
by
that a
the second
highlight?
tackler.
That
It was a good broken tackle,
Yeah.
but we just got to break the second one.
Cohen, nice
Nice toss right, jukes in.
turning.
Oh,
Wow. He's
Ooh.
quick. He's quick. He's only
Good view.
5'7", 5'8".
yeah, he's really
yeah,
shifty.
he's real small.
He's 5'7", 5'8". He's probably not top speed fast, but he's really shifty. What you're saying?
In the backfield, good block. Good block there by Sitton, 71, Massey,
Yeah, he's
70,
quick.
and Tariq Cohen,
Very
good
quick.
vision and burst, gets to the corner.
To start in this first half.
They expect that number to go up this year.
Three-man rush. Lennon dumps it off. There's Coleman.
Oh, see, that's what happens when you're 5'7".
Yeah.
and you
That
play in
boy's
the league.
getting lit up.
You get lit up. Like, he's easy to game plan against. Like, hey, contain the dude. Turn him inside. That's it. Set an edge, turn him inside.
Caught
He
it in
won't
the
do
middle.
anything.
Caught it in the middle, turned around.
But
just got
I'm
smacked.
pretty sure he surprised the Falcons with a lot of these plays.
Holy
Look how
fucking
fast he
duck,
is.
right? Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, the same guy has tackled him 4 times down this highlight.
The toss play coming left, and it gets jammed up. And Brooks Reed, number 50, right there. He's got a chance to put that down, but Cohen sees him, evades
That's a
it.
good.
Now
What
Clayton gets out and
where
helps
was he
with
picked in the
block.
draft?
And then downfield,
Oh,
Deion
he's
Jones can't
mid to
get him
late
on the
rounds.
ground.
That would be my
He
guess.
may be short,
Undersized.
but
No way
he's
he's going in
compact,
the
strong.
top
Cohen
3
or
rounds.
Mixon?
With his quickness.
Is that a question? Like,
That's my question.
is that like who would I rather have?
Yeah.
As a boyfriend
Well,
or a football player?
if you think of it like you were saying, let me just see right here real quick.
He was selected 119.
Okay, so he's selected at 119 and
So
Mixon
1,000% I'd rather Mixon.
Yeah, I'd rather have Joe Mixon. He's a better all around.
all around. Yeah.
Mm.
You're not gonna see
And
Tyreek
he's not
Cohen
5'6".
running dives
181.
or running in between the tackles anytime soon.
Right.
Yeah, unless you wanted to get pretzeled like Johnny Knox. This shit still haunts my dreams. If you ever seen that play, you don't remember Johnny Knox?
I don't
Who used to
wanna
play for the
remember.
Bears.
I don't want to
I'm trying to
remember.
remember what play you're talking about.
He returned a punt and he literally got his
He's the fast, like,
his spine
light-skinned
bent
guy,
backwards.
right?
Yeah, he got his
Yeah, oh,
spine
yeah.
bent
And he
backwards
was
and
done.
he got pretzeled.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh, I remember
Forgot
that.
about
pretty
that. Oh my
sure he
God.
doesn't play football anymore.
No.
No.
I don't even think he
yeah.
walks anymore. Poor fella.
Poor fella.
Yeah, I remember that one. It was crazy.
All right, let's get into another segment here called The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. That comes from Josh's JDFP podcast that he started a while back, and now
Throwback Thursday? On a
Throwback
Wednesday?
Yep, Throwback Wednesday. So The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, or just talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of week 1, and starting with Josh.
Yeah, so I'll go first. My good is KC shocking the world, 42-27. The rookie Hunt, I was expecting some good things, but I didn't expect him to do it even close to what he did. 17 carries, 148 yards, and 1 touchdown, and then 5 receptions, 98 yards, and 2 touchdowns against the Patriots. It was just the team plus his play. It's crazy.
Yeah. Are we so we're doing all good right now?
Yeah, you go with your good.
Oh, now we're going my good. Okay. I thought
welcome
you were
to the
doing,
show.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't know. Episode 1. It's episode 1.
It's Wednesday, 8:38.
Yeah, it's episode 1. Okay, leave me alone. First of all, I thought he was gonna do his whole good, bad, and ugly right off the rip. But
No, we'll go back and forth.
No,
I'll do my good.
Spitball
Right?
with each
I
other.
like your cream Hunt, but I'm gonna go again. You're probably gonna rag me for this, but I'm gonna go with my boy Trevor Siemian.
Trevor
Oh my
Siemian.
I gotta go with him.
Seaman.
Oh my God.
Like, again, week in, week out, like year after year, this guy's beating out these quarterbacks. Like, they drafted Paxton Lynch in the first round.
It
He
is-
beat him
well,
out.
that's
Starting
just because
drop.
Paxton Lynch
and
sucks.
then he goes in, easy now.
Do you think he's
He's he's got all the physical attributes that
He
you
does.
want in a quarterback.
just not the brains?
Right? He doesn't have the brains right now. He doesn't have the
Yeah.
brains into the game.
Which he's young. He's
Right? He's a young
I'm not
quarterback.
being
He can
fair.
develop. You never know with him, but I like what Trevor Siemian's coming out with right now. He's
So, you don't want the Brock
stepping up.
Osweiler? God, I saw him sitting on the sidelines. I was like, oh, he's waiting. He wants
He's
to go
only
in.
there for once Paxton Lynch is back. He's out of the picture.
He's gone, you think?
Yeah, they signed him for a 1-year deal, league minimum, no guaranteed money.
He's a backup quarterback.
If Simeon goes down, then he knows the system,
Mhm.
right? He's played in the system before, and he can easily step up and actually, be productive. Like, he won't be as good as Simeon, and he's not.
Which is crazy
a
to say.
Project
Won't be as
like-
good as Simeon. Like, yeah, I remember before the season started, even last year, you look at him and he did not play like that last year. How he played Monday night.
Oh man, it was phenomenal, especially against a good San Diego team with a good secondary and great
Home
pass
opener, a lot of
rushers.
pressure.
Lots of
Yeah.
pressure in his face. Took a lot of hits, right, and delivered strikes. He didn't make any mistakes that I saw throwing the football. He had 1 interception, which was a fluke off a screen pass, which bounced off 2 people's feet and into the hands of a receiver. Whatever, it happens. But other than that, he didn't make any mistakes. Right? He knew when to tuck it and run. He knew what to do with the football, and his arm strength was surprising, especially for a smaller quarterback. And,
What
yeah.
I like his mobility, his pocket presence. He's moving around pretty well. Gets to the outside and makes people miss, which I was not. When he made Bosa miss, I was not expecting that at all.
Nobody was expecting. I don't even think Joey Bosa. He's like shit, laying on the ground. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This guy just made me look stupid in front of everybody." Well, not everybody. Most people went to sleep, but
All right, I'll get to my bad. Actually, no, you go with your bad first.
you want me to go with
We got
my
you
bad?
first, yeah. Go back to back, Ryan.
All right, I'll go with my bad. Sorry, Paul, but I gotta go with the Arizona Cardinals, man.
Right when you say sorry, I know what you're
It's
Sorry,
talking
Paul.
Week 1, you're playing the Lions. Yeah, on the road, it's tough to win in Detroit. It's a rough environment, but you got one of the best defenses in the league. You got a veteran quarterback. You're the best running back, or supposed to be the best running back in in the entire league, and then you got great wide receivers, and you got to beat the Lions, right? And then you go out there and they struggled. They had a lead, they blew it, right? Their defense scored early, they got up ahead, and then they let the Lions come back and win. That's my bad. That's it.
I agree with that one. Mine though is the Giants without Odell. You heard the whole offseason how this was supposed to be such a high-powered offense. They were going to be setting records. Oh, such a great passing game. They can't be stopped. Now they have Brandon Marshall. How are they going to stop that with Sterling Shepard and Odell Beckham, Evan Ingram at tight end? All these things you hear about it, and then they go out and they score 3 total points against maybe the worst secondary in the NFL with the Cowboys. I don't think they really have, besides Byron Jones at safety, I really don't think they have.
The thing about the Cowboys, though, their defensive front, phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
They played unreal, right? Like, the Giants aren't known for the running game.
No.
They haven't been for the past couple of years. Something they really lack. They can never get, the running game going. They always want to, like, air the ball at Odell and all these receivers that they got. They brought Brandon Marshall, who I don't think he even got a catch, right?
No, he had one, I think. I think he had one catch for, like, 10 yards or something like that.
But, yeah, that... extremely disappointing.
Yeah, it's bad for the Giants looking at it, especially if you look through it in the point of view of Odell. He sits out. He's sitting there telling them before the season, "I want to be the most paid player in the NFL."
Well, he's gonna get his money.
Now you play without him, and you see that you can't even score a touchdown. You're gonna get paid.
He's getting paid, absolutely.
Yeah. Marshall, 1 catch for 10 yards.
1 catch, 10 yards.
It was probably in garbage time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, likely.
I don't know. I remember I saw after halftime, I saw he didn't have anything, and everyone was all disappointed. People had him that started him the fantasy teams like, oh, Odell's out, Brandon Marshall's gonna go off. And now Brandon Marshall's 30 years old. Guy doesn't have it anymore.
No,
sorry.
And you got Eli Manning throwing you the ball.
Yeah, if he had Odell on the field, then it opens it up for him, and then it'll be better. But I just think it really shows how dependent on Odell that the Giants are.
Oh yeah, and that's what you nailed it right there. Just he's gonna get paid. He's gonna be
straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, absolutely. He's gonna get his money.
All right, we'll go with my ugly.
Isn't that the same as bad?
No, this is worse than
the
bad.
Good, bad, and then it's
this is ugly.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
you okay?
You can get worse than losing to the Lions. Believe it or not.
Yeah, it's called being the Indianapolis Colts. You don't have Andrew Luck. I've been such a. I've been very vocal with the fact that I think that Andrew Luck isn't as good as everybody seems to think. He throws way too many interceptions over and over, but that game shows me that maybe he's just playing with the worst team in the NFL around him, and he makes them not the worst team in the NFL.
I agree with that.
It's a home opener for the Rams, week 1 of the season.
I like the Rams.
Yeah,
I like the Rams too.
Hey,
okay,
no, you like the Rams, but Los Angeles doesn't even like the Rams because if you look at the game, half the freaking stadium was not even filled.
No,
it's half full for your home opener.
Yeah,
how does that happen? Apparently, they just care about the Raiders, who are not even a Los Angeles team.
Yeah, everyone. Well, it's not even that far away, right? So it's. I don't know.
Vegas.
It's again. I like the Rams. I like the Rams this year. I think they got weapons.
They look good last year.
They need Todd Gurley to start going, right? So. But as for Indianapolis, like you nailed again, you hit it right on the head with that one. It's just Andrew Luck not in the picture. Easily one of the worst teams in the league. One of the worst teams in the league, right? Like it's Andrew Luck is such a good player, right? I have to disagree with you in the fact that you don't think he's that great. I think he's amazing.
I think I disagree with myself now after seeing that because I just thought he was trying to force so many things all the time, but maybe it's just no one's open. Maybe he's forcing things. Maybe but he does. He'll roll out of the pocket, try to make some crazy play. It gets intercepted. I think he just might need more weapons.
He needs more weapons. His football IQ is off the charts. Like what to do with the football, what to see pre-snap, things like that. Guy's unreal when it comes to that. But again, right, he can't do everything, right? And he's got like a couple weapons. He got T.Y. Hilton, extremely one-dimensional. You're not gonna see that guy catch the ball down low or like over the middle. Right, he's had injury problems, right, too. So he's a vertical threat. They don't have that really big name player, and they don't have a running game to help him out with. So
yeah, when Frank Gore's your leading rusher at however old he is now, 32.
I think he's a Hall of Fame running back, but
just not.
Not right now.
Even though he did decent last year, it's just you need explosiveness.
Yeah,
you need to build around.
He can't tilt the rock
around your franchise quarterback.
he won't last. He might die.
I don't need anyone telling me play on words. I'm a motherfucking lyrical wordsmith, motherfucking genius.
I just love Kanye and South
Jesus
Park. I'm
Christ.
sorry about that. I had to.
You got your ugly, Ryan?
Yeah, I got my ugly. My ugly happened early in week 1. It was the New England Patriots defense.
Mm.
When you let Alex Smith put up 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and like an 85% completion percentage.
It was pretty crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you're used to seeing him just dink and dunk down the field, use his athleticism, but he was making some good passes.
I'm used to Alex Smith literally just throwing 5 to 10 yard passes. This guy was airing it out to people, right? And then you bring in players like Stephon Gilmore, right? And the Patriots even they bring in Stephon Gilmore, and then they're like once Stephon Gilmore gets there, it's like, oh, we're getting rid of Butler, right? And then he stays and like, oh shit, we lucked out. We got 2 top flight corners, and you let Alex Smith throw all over you
with their best receiver Tyreek Hill, who's a speed guy.
Yeah, like you don't have one of those guys that can lock that guy up or at least double the guy. Their defense. When I watched that first game, I couldn't believe it. Right, one, I bet on them, which pissed me off. Right, but the fact that they couldn't get a single ounce of pressure on Alex Smith. It was pitiful. It was absolutely pitiful. Now that's my ugly.
You're ugly.
Thank you.
Well, not to beat up on Houston, but it looks like Brian Cushing is going to be suspended for the next 10 games.
What?
It looks like
Steroids.
PEDs, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Substances served for 4 games.
Just pulling it up here on NFL.com.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Oh, at this time his appeal was denied. Oh, no, at the first. Okay.
This isn't his
from
first. This
2010.
isn't his first time being caught for steroids, is it?
2010.
That's not good.
Nope.
I don't understand it. How can you throw away like your career just by?
Isn't it amazing that PEDs still exist in professional sports, like looking at baseball and stuff?
You
What's
look at
the
a
point?
huge.
You got there based on your skill. I doubt any of these people did PEDs or steroids, anything in college. Why risk it in the NFL? Where
I think some of them probably did in high school.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't think they
it depends
tested
how
in high
strict
school.
the testing is and everything. But you see people even in the UFC. John Jones, he comes back after being suspended for dick pills, and
Dick pills.
yeah, there was some
Gas station dick pills.
Yeah, gas station dick pills. He comes back, fights Daniel Cormier, looks amazing, and then gets popped again. So it's like you're thought of as the best and whatever, and steroids clearly help.
Absolutely.
Ugh. Beer. Have to be so bad. Where do we go? What are we looking at for week 2?
Picks?
Sorry. Yeah, let's look at some picks for week 2. I'm gonna pull it up here for you guys, so you can have the schedule. I know Ryan's got it there in front of him.
I do. Look at this.
Yeah, Thursday is. We've got Houston at Cincinnati. It looks like with this Brian Cushing.
Up in the air, and it's the Thursday games, and those ones are always weird. Every
like
Thursday game, it's just
games.
something weird happens that they're just not ready. They're not fully healthy. I guess they're never fully healthy throughout the season.
Short
weeks kill. And it's kind of, you can't even really say who's the underdog here because they both played like crap last week. So they both have the fire. They want that hurry up, quick turnaround.
Yeah. Who's starting for Houston?
Deshaun Watson, I think they said.
He might bring some spark to their offense.
Yeah, when he came in last week,
good.
It looked good for the first drive. Kind of slowed down a little bit after that. It's going to take time to get him used to everything.
Give him
Watson over Savage.
Give him a full game, right? He's got weapons like DeAndre Hopkins, Lamar Miller, those guys. I could see him airing it out. You know, kind of fuck it mentality, and he might put a spark there.
Yeah,
I
I'm keeping track of this, by the way.
Yeah, keep track.
We're gonna have our
we'll tally it.
I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Josh and I are in the same pool league, so it's easy for me to see what he picks. But my picks might actually change.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, because
by the end of the week, you never know.
It's Wednesday. We don't actually. Well, I mean, we do our Thursday pick today or tomorrow, but for the most part, I pick Sunday morning for all my picks. But most of the time, they are pretty close.
Yeah, a lot of
but
times
anyway.
you're not going to change it much. Maybe.
So let me write your names down here. Ryan, who do you got for the Thursday game?
That's probably one of the tougher. Again, I got Cincinnati.
Yeah, I got Cincinnati as well.
I'm writing it down.
I think after week 1, after the piss poor performance that the Bengals showed up with, they're gonna
the Red Rocket.
Yeah, they got a fire under their
I
ass.
got Cincinnati. I don't like how the Texans look at all going into that game at home. That was just that was disgraceful, to be honest with you.
I just don't know who they have the matchup against AJ Green. They lost AJ Bouye in the offseason, right?
Yeah.
And I don't. Yeah. I can't think.
They
of
just look
who
like a
they
mess.
have.
But like you guys said, it's a Thursday game. I don't know how to pick
you
those
never know
either.
how it goes.
But whatever.
This game
Cincinnati
to me is,
mainly because they're at home and they do look like the better team. Honestly,
I got Cincinnati 17-14.
17-4. Oh my God!
Check that. It's going to be a.
I'm not
fest,
going down into numbers.
and I'm pretty sure one of those is going to be a defensive touchdown.
I'm gonna talk so much shit to you next week when you're way off.
Whatever.
So starting with the Sunday afternoon games, 1 p.m. games for the Eastern crowd. Cleveland at Baltimore. Before I would just go 100%. I'd just go with Baltimore, but you know what? The Browns put up a good fight last week. Where do we go from that?
Kaiser looked decent. The Browns are too young of a team. I can't see them doing much. I'm looking at the point spread as well right now, -8 for Baltimore. It tells me I go with the Baltimore. Flacco, after not even really practicing with Macklin, they had some decent chemistry, it looked like. I think they just build on it, and
he's gonna be a big time receiver for them this year.
I think so too, on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So you're looking.
I was gonna pick him. I was gonna pick him literally right after you, like the round that you picked him.
Not possible. You can't pick after someone already did.
Like after you were picking, because I picked after you. Okay, but yeah, I got Baltimore easily.
That one's next.
Baltimore. Look at you guys. I got Baltimore as well, to be honest with you. So looking at the next pick after that, it will be Buffalo at Carolina.
Buffalo at Carolina. Carolina looked really good last week. They looked like they really were focusing on getting white boy, what's his name?
Christian
McCaffrey the ball.
That's racist.
They kept. It seemed like if it was a pass, it was even the announcers kept talking about it, so it got a little bit annoying. But if it was a pass, if it was a run, it didn't matter. It seemed like they really, really, really wanted to get the ball into his hands. I think it helps Cam being able to focus on a shorter passing game, move the ball down the field, not just relying on him the whole time. I got Carolina easily. Buffalo, I think, is one of the worst teams in the league after they don't have Sammy Watkins anymore, don't have Ronald Darby, even though the Eagles don't because he's hurt. They don't really have anyone left.
Yeah, it's when you look at it on paper, easily Carolina. I feel like Carolina still got that front, those linebackers to stop LaShawn McCoy. Beyond LaShawn McCoy, they don't really have any other weapons to, to score any points with. Tyrod Taylor's not that great of a quarterback in my eyes.
You put Kuechly on McCoy, tell him don't let him run the ball. Yeah. Then you got Jordan Matthews.
A lot of those guys, man. Like it's that's an easy pick for me. That's Carolina. I feel like.
Are you going with the score again? Oh, you didn't give me a Baltimore score, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not, I said the Houston score just because it's Thursday Night Football and they're always low scoring snooze fest. So that's why I gave you 17-14 with
Do you
the
watch
defensive
Thursday
touchdown.
Night Football? Like, is it too
Depends
much
on the
football,
game. No, I don't think there's ever too much. They could do 7 days a week. It just depends on the team.
Hey, if football's on, I'm watching it.
Yeah,
that's
just,
true.
But once it gets later in the season, like last year, it was Jacksonville versus the Rams, the teams that are barely winning a game.
Yeah, they're not even in the playoff race. It's like,
what
what am I watching? I'll play a props ticket or something, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm seeing here my team, Arizona. I'm taking Arizona over Indianapolis. Now, it's -7. I'm not taking that 7 points. I don't like it. Indianapolis has something to prove at home now. With David Johnson gone, you're pretty much screwed as far as an attack now. Like they were talking about getting Chris Johnson re-signed on the team after they just cut him last year. I don't know if they're going to be too one-dimensional now because they're going to take away Fitzgerald. That's it. And then they know once they take away Fitzgerald, all you can do
could be zero-dimensional.
Yeah, you still got John Brown,
but it's the Colts
downtown
defense,
John Brown.
So Colts defense they're not good.
No, Colts defense is not good. Their offense is not good. I got Arizona.
Yeah, me too. Arizona. They don't
easily.
have,
You
easily.
guys,
I think they cover the spread too.
I thought Arizona would beat the Lions though. So
I think I played
They're
too
gonna have a
much.
chip on their shoulder by losing from the Lions.
I play too much
it
pro
smells
line.
bad.
I don't play this point spread stuff. I'm usually pretty good at the money line. Like I said, I'll take Arizona, but I don't like that 7 points at all. Don't ask me why. I got a little bit of method.
3-0 game. 3-0 final.
Sweet.
Anytime you see a 7-point spread in the NFL, you're always iffy because you never know. It's any given Sunday with any of these teams, right? So just look again. No one thought Atlanta and the Bears would be a close game.
Exactly. So moving to the next game. After that, we got Tennessee at Jacksonville. I have Jacksonville. Like I said, I like picking that team. They're at home too, even though the game maybe is in question that it should have been there because of the whole Hurricane Irma going on, but
I'm not sure if
what's going on.
Weather pending.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the storm's for the most part over. They're fixing the area. I don't know how. I don't think
I didn't see
hear
how
anything about
I didn't
it.
see how affected the area was, to be honest with you. I mean,
I know South like
it's
Tampa
got to be okay to play a
Tampa
football
got,
game
got
there.
it pretty good. Miami got it pretty good. But yeah, for me, I like the Titans. Mariota, he did well with Corey Davis last week. He didn't have much practice with him at all, and somehow he still got him 10 targets. Them with the running backs DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry, Delaney Walker at tight end. It just seems like it might be a little too much for the Jaguars, who have Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Really, if the Jaguars had any quarterback that wasn't on their roster right now, like Colin Kaepernick, I would probably pick them.
Yeah,
But I'm going Titans for sure.
I agree with you. I gotta go Titans. I think Jacksonville is really one-dimensional right now. They want to run the football, right? You're going up against a defense, a good defense in Tennessee, run by Dick LeBeau, who's been around for a very, very long time, and he's going to figure out a way to stop that run game and force Blake Bortles to throw. He's going to throw some blitzes at him he's not going to see, and you're going to see plethora of turnovers from Jacksonville, and I think you got Tennessee easy in that one. 2-point spread, it's easy. It's an easy pick for me.
Yeah, are they a road favorite? Yeah, they're on the road, but they're favored -2.
-2, yeah.
Yeah, so that tells me
All right, finally we're off by a pick. That's nice.
off by a pick.
Yeah, because I picked Jacksonville. You guys picked
Oh, we
Tennessee,
did.
so-
Our first
First one.
disagreement.
How cute.
You want to fight about it?
I have to pee so bad. Next game. Never mind. I don't even want to. Let me do it again for you. Let me get you one more time. Oh. So we got Philadelphia going to Kansas City. Oof.
Scares me.
That's a tough one.
It's Andy Reid versus his protege in Dougie P. I don't.
This is a tough one.
I got a homer mindset to it.
This is your brain versus your heart.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be close. You go first. Let me think on it.
I got Kansas City in this one. In Arrowhead Stadium, easily one of the hardest places to play. Loudest, hardest places to play. Again, like you said, Andy Reid pretty much mentored Doug Peterson, right? He probably knows all his tricks, right? It's neat. One of the way Kansas City's utilizing these young players, like they got a lot of weapons: Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, now the emergence of Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
They're gonna be they're tough to stop.
Their
right?
offense is good. The Eagles' defense was definitely their strong point last week. They get to the quarterback a lot.
Yeah, but
the
Alex
front-
Smith gets that ball out so fast,
Ball out quick.
and
But that's the thing that's
good.
good for it. If they try to get it out quick, we can. If they're trying to get it out quickly, we're going to be able to stop that a lot easier than if they're extending a play to get Tyreek deep. Because right now we don't have Darby. We have no speed at corner. We're not going to be able to cover
you got
Tyreek Hill
nobody
deep.
to match up against Tyreek Hill. You're going to have safety help over top on him. That's going to open up lanes for Travis Kelce to do work. And then you can't forget about Chris Conley. He's also a really good receiver, right? So I think there's too many matchup problems for Philadelphia.
It's
for them to win
on the
that game.
road.
They're gonna have to get after Alex Smith, and that's one of the hardest things to do. Right? Doing the Patriots couldn't do it. Yeah, they lost Donta Hightower early in the game, which for whatever reason is apparently their best pass rusher. But it's hard to sack Alex Smith. Even when you do get pressure on him, he's very elusive. Right, and then you give him time outside the pocket that makes gives time for the receivers downfield like Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. You can't cover those guys for
that will really be our
6
key.
seconds,
Is we
right?
have we have a very good defensive line that is the strongest point of our team. So that'll be the key. Can we get to them? And then the offensive key for me is Doug Peterson keeps calling these dumb plays of Nelson Aguilar on an end around, on a sweep, on all these things. Now, Nelson Aguilar, the guy who admitted in an interview that he was eating his own head. He couldn't handle the pressure, all that stuff. He couldn't make a catch last year, and now we're giving him all these gadget plays where even when it gets completed, even when it works, it's working for 3-4 yards. So if we stay away from that stuff, I feel like our offense can flow a little bit better. They have a really good defense. They're without Eric Berry though.
They were without
Eric Berry. It definitely. I feel bad for the guy. He's gone through a lot.
Yeah, Marcus Peters. He'll lock up on Alshon Jeffrey. That's my assumption. And,
if he follows, yeah.
So again, like you said, a lot of load's going to go on to Nelson Aguilar. Can he handle that pressure, especially at Arrowhead Stadium?
Where are we at in here?
We're still
on the Eagles.
Jesus.
We're still on the Eagles. Lots to talk about. This is Josh's team here.
Right? You didn't wash your hands?
I don't think Josh made a pick yet though. Like,
you still didn't pick?
I haven't picked yet because I'm trying to go through all the different. I think it's going to be a very close game. That -5.5 really tells me that it's Kansas City.
Stop being such a pussy.
I think Philadelphia covers that spread.
But just that how
City
big of a
wins.
spread it is, I was not expecting it to be that much. I was thinking it would be more like -3 after last week.
Now,
it could be because they just beat the Patriots.
It is Wednesday,
team, right?
It is Wednesday. That line's going to move a little bit.
It depends. It depends where it goes for it.
I feel it's going to move a little bit.
I'm a man. I'm 40, minus a lot. I'm going with the Eagles.
Oh.
Surprise. Is anyone surprised out there on the internet? Nobody's surprised.
All my fans.
You ain't got no fans.
Not yet.
Not yet, anyways.
Our Twitter's got a following.
Yeah, we got 2 people.
No, that's the
following.
Facebook.
700.
Well, one's me.
That's Facebook.
Oh, that's Facebook. I get it. I'm following us on Facebook, and I think our other one is Mike Saj.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Saj if you're listening.
No,
Shut the
he
fuck
planted
up.
that. He wants the attention, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does want the attention. He just wants to be there. He wants to be a part of
I
something.
think he gave us a comment actually.
Yeah,
I'll have
don't give him.
No,
you
know
don't
what?
even want to read
Don't
it.
give him.
No, I
don't give
don't.
him the screen time.
All right, so moving forward, who do you got, Paul?
For Kansas City, I got Kansas City, man.
You both got Kansas City?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go against it.
That's fair.
Follow my heart.
I like how Kansas City played against New England, but I mean,
I think it's going to be a close game. So
it
I
just
don't
scares
think
me
either
because
way.
New England's defense played so bad. It's just always very, and that was a Thursday game, first game of the season.
Yep. Andy Reid always comes prepared, especially on an extended week. It's the smart money is going with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Josh money is going with the Eagles.
Okay, so moving on to
The Josh money is what, like $1.25.
Exchange rate's really good. All right.
something like that. Yeah. New England at New Orleans. Here's a good one for you.
This is a very good game. It's going to be high scoring. I'll tell you that right now.
I don't even think I'm going Patriots. There's no way Bill Belichick
discussion.
loses twice in a row. I don't even need to talk about it. But we will.
I agree with that. I think they're going to bounce back.
Yeah, you can't beat Bill Belichick.
Bill
twice.
Belichick watched his defense absolutely shit the bed.
Look at that spread. -6.5 on the road in New Orleans, which is one of the loudest places. And that's just showing you it's.
I think
the smart money is on Vegas or is on the England.
Yeah, New England is
The
it's
England.
smart money, but when you got Drew Brees, right, and then you got Tom Brady going head to head, that's going to be a high scoring affair. I'll tell you right now. The way Kareem Hunt
Breeze
all
plays
over.
way better at home too.
Yeah.
Way better.
Oh
at
yeah,
home.
way at home in a dome. You got Adrian Peterson, who was
really mad last week.
Really mad.
You just let him play against his former team and barely gave him the ball.
And then let him play against his
Ready
former
to get
team.
his switch
really
on his
mad.
kid
Now
again.
they get to go up against a defense that struggled against the team last week in Kansas City. That's a tough one. That's a really tough pick. But again,
It's easy.
it's an easy.
It's tough, but it's easy.
It's tough, but it's easy at the same time. You got it.
Well,
What
my
is
bad.
this nonsense?
Sorry.
Boo.
Episode 1.
I don't know what I did there.
Hashtag episode fucking 1.
But it's New Orleans offense, and that's it. They don't have a defense to speak of.
No.
They don't have a single
No
player.
defense.
There's not a single player on New Orleans defense that would start for the Eagles or the Broncos.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Not a single player.
And then you look at it like you still got those corners in New England who can match up against players like Michael Thomas.
Yep. Willie Snead.
It's going to be a lot harder for
Drew
Brees
Belichick's
to score than it is going to be for Brady. So I got to go with Tom Brady. But I don't think they're going to cover that 6.5.
That took you a long time to just pick the obvious pick, man.
That's a tough one.
Hey, I said I didn't even need to talk about it.
I didn't even have to talk about it.
You got your tampons out. I was like,
you got some?
No, I don't.
We're at your house.
What? So, New England.
What's next, Pablo?
You know what's next? You guys really don't think Watson and
Winston
look the same in this photo?
What?
Come on.
They're holding the ball the same.
They look the exact.
They're looking the same way.
Like
They're both quarterbacks.
They just have the same expression. Like, okay, there's Watson. Okay. He just looks.
They got the same expression. Well, that's what quarterbacks do. They play the same position.
When you played quarterback, you didn't have that expression.
No, I was running for my fucking life. Fucking kidding me? I'm a slow white guy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I remember in high school when we played. I can't remember what school, like what team we were playing, but it was the night game, and you had to play quarterback.
Oh, that was Essex.
That's
when the power went out, right?
Yeah, the power went out, and we were playing in the dark. I do believe because I remember it was just
mid-play.
so.
Mid-play, the power went out, right?
Yeah, and he threw a bullet at my face, and I didn't see the ball. It just hit me in the face.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the best quarterbacking games I've ever had. Because I was throwing strikes.
But nobody was catching
12, 36 yards.
No, I threw a strike to Corey Harris on a slant. I didn't even see him. I was like, he's supposed to be in this area, so I'm going to whip it. And I whipped it, he caught it, and he just fucking ran with it. I don't think he scored. But it was the first drive. I remember one of the first plays of the game, I threw it at Corey, he dropped it. And the next time I threw it at you, and then that's the one that hit you in the face. I was like, really? I can't win with these guys.
Yeah, we're definitely the problem. I'll tell you that.
All right, what's next?
Yeah, moving on to the next pick. We just did New England. So, Minnesota at Pittsburgh. I don't have a pick for this.
Well, that's part of the segment, so you should get one.
I'll get one by the end of it. You didn't have Eagles forever.
Minnesota, Pittsburgh.
But we got Pittsburgh -5.5 at home.
Again, this is a toss-up game for me.
Yeah, this one's close.
That's why I don't have shit.
Literally toss-up.
Check down Sam Bradford.
In Pittsburgh, right? You got all week right now. You got Ben Roethlisberger talking about they need that Heinz Field mentality back, right? They're at home. They got Antonio Brown. They got Le'Veon Bell, who didn't play well last week. But you're also going up against one hell of a defense in Minnesota.
Very good defense.
And again, with the emergence of Dalvin Cook and Sam Bradford playing very well.
Yep.
Stephon Diggs on Minnesota. I don't think Pittsburgh's defense can handle those guys. Right? I don't think they got the youth. I don't think they got the speed to match up with those guys anymore. This is the steel curtain of old is no longer in Pittsburgh. I'm going with Minnesota with the upset.
Minnesota with the upset?
Yeah. Wow.
The way I see it, Pittsburgh has the best offense. Minnesota has the best defense.
Defense wins championships.
And Pittsburgh's defense isn't good, but Minnesota's offense is good. Home advantage in it. I don't know. I think it's going to be close, but I'm agreeing with you, though. I think the Vikings are going to win it.
They got the Minnesota Vikings got weapons. They also got Adam Thielen, too.
Adam Thielen.
He played really well for me, man. I have him in 2 of my fantasy leagues.
I was really impressed last week with
How many
Sam
fantasy
Bradford.
leagues are you in?
I'm in 3.
You're in 3, Josh?
1.
Whoa.
First year ever.
Really?
Usually I'm in like 4 or 5. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So
it was a problem.
Brian, you got Minnesota. Josh, how are you going?
Minnesota.
Okay, well, it looks like I'm the one that took Pittsburgh. I like them at home. The problem with me when I don't know who to pick, I just go home team.
It makes sense.
But they have a good team. That's why I go home.
They have probably the best wide receiver in the league and maybe the best running back in the league.
Exactly.
They could easily.
It's hard to bet against them.
As right now, it's the best running back in the league without David Johnson. So
yeah. Well, but Dalvin Cook played a lot better than him last week.
Well, yeah.
Right. So that's the thing. Well. It's a very good game. It's going to be a close game. I just think that Minnesota's defense is a lot better than Pittsburgh's, whereas their offenses are a lot more close. So that's what gives me
better than this guy. David Johnson with the fumble.
Oh, that's just a good hit.
It's Jared Davis. for
Stupid.
Jared
Cut
That's
it.
just a good tackle. I'm sorry.
I don't.
That's not even
Jared
on David
Davis.
Johnson.
He's a middle linebacker and he's wearing number 40. Why?
I'm over it.
Look at this. Get the hand right in there. Pop it out.
Yeah.
I'm over
Good
it.
hit.
I'm over it.
And he's broken.
Is that where
Chicago
you got hurt? You
at
got hurt on
Tampa
that
Bay.
play? Oof. You can go first.
You go first.
Ladies first.
All right. What's the spread for that one? Chicago -7 Tampa Bay. But Jameis Winston. Did you guys watch the Hard Knocks
I didn't.
with the Bucks?
I didn't know. I want to.
I thought a
but I
lot
haven't
different
watched
of Jameis Winston until I watched it. I didn't think he was much of a leader, that type of a guy. But once you watch that, you see how much football means to him and how people look to him to lead the team. Doug Martin's not back yet, so their running game's going to suffer. But they have Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson on the outside. Which Chicago defender is going to defend Mike Evans or Deshaun Jackson deep?
They don't have anybody.
Nobody.
I mean, they got what? Bryce Callahan.
They got OJ Howard too at tight
Yeah,
end.
but you guys are saying this now about Chicago, but look how they played Atlanta last week.
That's exactly. They're
But
in
it could
They're
just
fighting.
be. I seriously think Chicago's a bottom 4 team in the league.
And you gotta
you
look at
disagree?
the.
Like,
It's in
I'm
Tampa.
writing that down.
It's in
Write
Tampa.
it down.
Is it
Tyler
gonna? It's
Bonnie.
gonna be raining.
Are they
going
gonna
to
finish
Is
bottom
the
4?
weather a factor? Who can run the football?
Mm-hmm.
We talked about him earlier.
I think
Tyreek Cohen.
Tampa has overall way better teams. I don't think Chicago has a single weapon on offense except for Jordan Howard.
Tyreek Cohen. We just talked about him earlier in the podcast.
He's not a weapon. He's 5'6".
Doesn't matter. He's fast as shit.
Actually,
You
that's
get
a
him on
lie.
the
But Darren
corner.
Sproles is a weapon, and he's
Yeah,
short
you just
too,
get him
so.
out there, get him on the edge. He's not
Yeah.
your every down back.
Okay, so
but
you have 2 running backs here so you don't have a respectable passing game. They got Meredith. They got Kevin
Meredith. I
White.
don't think Meredith is done, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
hurt?
he's out. Yes, so they don't even have him. They have
He
Kevin
was their
White.
top wide receiver. That's how bad that team was.
It's their quarterback. They're not even starting the Rook
No, you can't start him. Why
So
would you
it's-
start him? Why would you do
because
that
he's
to him?
better than. Was it Glennon that's starting, or who's the
Mike
quarterback
Glennon, yeah.
for Mike Glennon for
Glennon's
Chicago?
starting. You can't throw Trubisky into the fire like that. Raging furnace that it is fucking
Well, you
Chicago's
just
offense.
spent the whole world on him, so.
That's true.
But it's smart. You know you don't have weapons. You don't need to get them out there to be killed. I think to me it's easy. I'm picking Tampa on Bay.
Yeah, I gotta go with you that one. I gotta go with Tampa at home.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I had at Chicago with the upset.
Yeah.
I just liked how they played
It's a
Atlanta.
hell of an upset. That's a big pools ticket right there.
They were
You
at
know,
home
a couple
against Atlanta, though, right?
$100,000.
Yeah, they were home against Atlanta. Atlanta coming off a Super Bowl upset where I guess week 1 you want to show people you're good, but
I mean, they're on the
It has
road
to be
now.
hard to get up to play Chicago. Like when you're in the NFL, it's not all exciting. They're not some huge competitive team that's going to give you some. They're going to make you get scared. It's kind of more of a.
That's true. They're
they
kind
can
of playing.
relax a
They're
little
playing
bit.
down to their level,
Exactly.
right? But
Which they shouldn't. But
yep. We're going down to the Jets at Oakland. These are the 4:00 games now Eastern.
There's
this one's
There's not a whole lot of
I don't even
analyzing that
need.
goes
Yeah, I
on
don't even
here.
need
It's
to.
Oakland.
The Jets are the bottom 2 team. You can write
It's a
that down.
14 point. It's a 14 point spread. That's a college
Bottom-
spread. That's
Yeah.
disrespectful for the Jets.
Oakland's way too good. They just beat Tennessee on the road. This could be a letdown week, though.
I would
They
love
could-
to
they
see.
could-
Yeah,
Big
I would,
game last week. They come home, but it's home opener for them.
I would love to see the Jets win, but they won't.
Jets. Nope.
I think they cover the 14 points, but I got Oakland.
Okay, I missed that spread. It's 14.
14 for Oakland.
Minus 14.
Well,
That's a college spread. It's disrespectful.
yeah, it is in the NFL. That's
The Jets are going to be
huge.
looking at it.
The
and
Jets
like,
are
holy
basically
shit.
a college team.
It's true. Well, they
Well,
still got
without-
a good.
they don't.
They got a good defensive front, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
What else?
they can. Big fella, you can't be. You can't be putting me on the hot spot with those questions.
Yeah, exactly. You got to make up players.
We got
Edit their socks.
we got the next game after that is Miami at the LA Chargers. I almost said San Diego.
Yeah, good save.
This is Miami's first game of the year. Remember, because it's
Yeah,
same
they're
with
rested.
Tampa. That was their first game.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
I guess they had an extra week healthy to do for Chicago as well.
rested. They're rested.
Miami, LA's coming off an upset at the end where the Chargers, their clock management really killed them at the end of that game against the Broncos.
Absolutely.
They couldn't figure out what play they were running next. Like run into the line, all this kind of stuff. They need to
look
get
like
some
shit.
stuff together.
They had a rookie head coach,
Mhm.
right? So that's a tough one.
It's due to happen.
That's something.
This one's a close game to me. If the Chargers weren't at home, I'd be more inclined to say it's easy for Miami. I think Cutler in the system with Gase, he's going to play a lot better than he has. He has some weapons around him with the team. They got Jay Ajayi running the ball. He's a very good running back. Their defense is pretty good. I'm going to go with Miami with the upset.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. You look at it, you can see him. I don't know why the spread's going with LA, right? 4.5 points for LA at home. Not home. What
It's all home.
And they don't. And it's
they're in a 10,000
that's true.
person stadium. What home?
Yeah, and if the Rams couldn't,
It's the smallest stadium in the history of the NFL. Like, there's no 10,000 people. Correct me
Miami's
if I'm wrong. Look that shit up.
Traveling to the West Coast still scares me.
Traveling the West, they're rested. They're ready to go. The only thing I'm worried about with Miami, you don't know what you're gonna get out of Jay Cutler. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Did you guys see this in the news? But that whole thing you were talking about, the 10,000 fan stadium, the fan that bought the.
Oh, they bought a
billboard.
A billboard, no freaking loyalty near the Chargers' new stadium. That's funny.
That's hilarious. They're probably
That's
never
what it
gonna
looks
sell
like,
it
actually.
out. They're probably
No
never-
freaking loyalty.
That's hilarious.
It's excellent.
So you have Miami as well.
Miami Dolphins.
I don't have everybody's queued up every song.
Miami Dolphins number 1.
I have Miami as well, to be honest with you.
I think that'll be a closer game though.
Oh, is this Broncos Dallas?
It's upcoming.
Dallas at the Broncos. Hold on, let me get Ryan's pick for you. Oh,
Broncos, let's go, Broncos, let's go.
Yeah.
okay. Ryan's locked
Following
in
your
on
heart?
Yeah, I gotta follow my heart, man. I every day, week in, week out, you're going with the best defense in the league right here.
The Eagles? Right, they're playing?
Oh my
Okay,
god.
you need to stop.
Oh, my bad.
Snorting. whatever the
Dallas is
fuck they're
favored by
snorting
2
over there.
points in this game.
It's just a 2-point spread.
Now,
That's the lowest
On
spread
the
I've
road.
seen.
on the road though,
Whatever.
why do you think Dallas is getting those 2 points though?
Dallas has a high flying offense.
It's because Dallas is
Yeah,
America's
but
team.
they don't have Ezekiel Elliott now.
Yeah, they do.
I thought he was suspended.
Well, I think
he's
they don't
back.
know because the NFL just appealed the appeal of the appeal
Oh,
of the
that's
appeal.
true. They could get him. Yeah, they could. He could not play, but
So I don't know. I think he might be a game. I'm assuming he's going to play because by this time you should know if he's not going to play. Like, it wouldn't really be fair if they just say 2 days before the game, your starting running back's not playing this week. If anything, it might go to the next one. That Denver defense stopping the run is going to be good, but that's against probably the best offensive line in the league.
I agree.
That's going to be a very good
They're
battle.
shorthanded too. It's
Mile High.
battered
Denver's a lot
defensive
better
line.
at Mile High. This one's hard because I think Dallas easily has the better offense. Denver by far has the better defense. But Dallas has a pretty decent defense.
You get good play out of Simeon, I think they can win that game.
Seaman.
That's the only
Easily
thing.
could win because Dallas doesn't have a secondary. As long as you're protecting them and giving them time to throw, you're getting your running game into it. Dallas can't protect.
That's the thing. You
anyone
got to
except for the
protect
Giants,
Simeon.
apparently.
You got to protect Simeon. You got a young offensive line going, some veteran, big, good defensive line in Dallas. Those are the factors right there. But I got to go with my boys. I got to go with the Broncos.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Shut up.
We already knew you were going to pick
Shut up.
Denver.
I'm
Nobody
gonna
cared.
say it again.
I shouldn't. You guys shouldn't
what
be
do you-
able to pick your teams. Actually, I picked Arizona. Josh, who do you got
I don't know. You talk. It's your pick. Who are you taking, Paul?
on this?
Yeah, this one's really close for me.
Oh.
'cause it could go.
I got
either
Denver,
way.
man. Mile High.
Ah,
Denver.
my boy.
I'm not even going to explain it.
It's Mile High. I hate the
Ryan
Cowboys
was
more than any
Ryan
team
was
in the
best
league.
man at my wedding. How can I not take
Goddamn
Denver?
right I was. So you got to pick Denver Broncos off that. I think it's the smallest spread of the week, too, if you look at it.
Yeah,
Let's
but
see the
it's
smallest spread.
usually the home, right? You factor in the 3 points for the home,
I
right?
take the 3 points for the home. Yep.
So then it's
Yeah.
it's really if it was neutral field, you're telling me it's Dallas plus or -5.
I don't give a fuck about your
Holy
home
moly!
field bullshit.
Give me Dallas.
Yeah, you would.
I started writing DA, not knowing you were going to pick Dallas. I was just going to put
You knew damn
Duh
well what he was
Stars or
picking.
something. Duck
Fucking
Cowboys.
Damn well.
Okay, next pick. We're almost done here, actually. Washington at LA. Make it snappy. We know who you're picking.
LA's favored? Damn.
LA's favored by right, so it's their home advantage of having 12 people in their stands.
Yeah.
Like last game, it wasn't even 50% sold out. I'm pretty sure. to me, Washington on a bounce back week. They did not look good last week. They missed Terrell Pryor missed a lot of open catches. They were getting some penalties. They did not look good. That could just be because they played the best team in the history of the NFL. But I think this is gonna be a bounce back week for them. I'm going Washington.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I got to go Washington. They're gonna bounce back. They just got better. They got better, more veteran offense. That's it. They're gonna score more points.
I said earlier in the podcast I like the LA Rams. Last year, actually, I mean, part of this is for betting and stuff. I bet really well with LA last year, and I always have a good feeling about them, especially at home. I took LA over Washington. I don't care about Washington.
Yeah, well, they got good weapons. They got
have
weapons
really
in
good
LA.
weapons.
Cooper Kupp.
Washington's not amazing. LA Rams are not amazing.
No,
it
they're
could
not.
go either way. LA's got.
And as much as I hate to admit that the LA Rams, I like watching them play because I'm a Cardinals fan, but I like watching them play.
Yeah.
Then you got the shitty San Francisco 49ers at Seattle. That's an easy pick, I think, for everybody.
Oh, yeah, obviously
I'm
the
just going to fill
49ers.
you all in as I'm going to fill you guys in as Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Anything that stands out for you for Seattle, or just, I mean, what do you think about Russell Wilson this year?
It's more what doesn't stand out for me for the 49ers because I think write this down. Bottom 3 team in the league.
We're rounding out the bottom 5 today.
Yeah, no.
Write it down.
Bottom 3?
My bottom 4, most likely the Jets, the Bills, the Bears, and
No love for the Bills, eh?
no, the Bills have got LaShawn. That's it. Tyrod, I guess, is decent.
Like Zay Jones.
Jets, Bills, you have Chicago.
I put the Bills over the Bears at least.
And San Fran. Those are the bottom 4. So
Yeah, easily.
I don't know what order, but those are the bottom 4.
Okay. I have it. Bottom.
Indianapolis right now, though.
Rams will be about 8.
You don't think Buffalo beats Indy? I think Buffalo beats Indy. Heads up right now if they played.
Hold on. Let me get to
middle.
the next
Well,
one.
let's get to the final game.
We got
right?
two. We got two
Two
more.
games left?
The Sunday Night Football with Chris Collinsworth announcing.
Oh my fuck!
I love Chris Collinsworth.
I hate him.
I know you guys hate him, but I feel like he brings a lot.
Have you ever seen him? Have you ever watched like the start of a game, right, where you have
Yeah.
Al Michaels?
Yeah.
Right, he's sitting there, Al Michaels talking, and then fucking Chris Collinsworth just slides in, looking high as
bet it is
shit.
sneaky.
It looks high out of his fucking mind, like he just smoked the fattest blunt in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at if you're listening out there, next time you watch a Monday night or Sunday night football, just look at Chris Collinsworth's eyes the first time you see him on the screen. You're gonna fucking howl. I tell you that right now. It's just, the guy's on something, and just he's a good commentator. He's better than Rex Ryan and that girl, but
Well, that's hard.
I don't know. I just think he's smart. He knows what he's looking at, and he talks about the game well.
Got some big ass
For
hands.
some things, there's not many announcers that I like though.
he's got big hands. He used to play receiver. He wasn't any good or anything. He thinks
Anyway,
he's the greatest ever.
moving
touched
on to the
field.
actual game rather than the stupid commentator.
Fuck him.
We got Green Bay at Atlanta.
That's a good game.
Now, in one of the power rankings that I saw earlier today on thescore.com was Green Bay was actually number one ranked.
Green Bay was number 1 in power rankings.
rankings. Yeah,
Power
I can
rankings.
see that.
Yep.
I can see that.
New England following in at number 2.
What? What kind of old thing was this?
It wasn't. Oh,
They
shit.
just
it was
lost
today.
and they're still number 2. That doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to me.
Fuck. They were still the
I
champions.
I know. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
it's anyway. Go on.
Green Bay. I don't think they looked too good last week. You watch. They
played a good
They played a
defense in
good
Seattle,
defense, but
but-
Seattle on the road isn't the same as Seattle at home, for their defense wise at least. I don't know. It's in Atlanta. Maybe this was their game that they were really looking at. They weren't caring too much last week against the Bears. It's not really a
They
good
thought
game
they were
to get
going
up
to easily
with.
walk right
They were.
through.
This was their look ahead to this week. They know this is a huge game. This is their home opener. I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah.
The Falcon.
I got to go with the Packers on this one. Aaron Rodgers is too good.
Holy crap! You guys picked opposite for once.
Yeah.
We stopped holding hands.
Yeah, we stopped. I got to go with the Packers on this one. Aaron Rodgers too good. Jordy Nelson too good. Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb, too many weapons. Honestly, for Atlanta to cover.
It's a really
in a
good
dome. In a dome, Aaron Rodgers can run wild.
At Atlanta.
2-on-1.
That's fair. That's the way I like it.
It's always going to be 2-on-1. And then I wrote so much shit on here. Monday, Detroit at the Giants.
That's our Monday night games.
That's our shit bowl for
Getting
Monday.
fucking gypped on this one, fellas.
This one is hard to tell now because it's so early and we don't know if Odell's going to play.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
a tough
this
one.
What's hard is
Odell plays like at the Giants.
Odell plays at the Giants. Odell doesn't play. Close game. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Is it in New York?
You got to pick. Yeah, it's in the Giants.
Mm-hmm. It's in New York.
Yep.
New York's 2.5 or 3.5 point favorite. It's hard because you don't know what's going to show up. You don't.
It's cold.
You don't know you don't know if he's going to show up and play. He looked like he could have maybe played if it was a very important game last week. He was running his routes. He just looked at the end of him. You could tell he was hurt.
He's going to have an extra day to recover. I think he plays.
I think he plays too.
so-
And my hope, I'm not allowed to say people. I want people to get hurt, so I'm not even going to tell you my hope.
No, it's not.
But the Eagles play the Giants next.
Now I'm gonna ask you motherfuckers one more time. Why did you start these rumors about me?
What the fuck are you even on over there?
What's that even mean?
You're going to start rumors about
Explain
injury.
yourself.
You're going to talk about injuries here.
Oh, my bad.
Jesus Christ. You gotta warn us before you start dropping shit like that around here.
Well, all right. Well, I'm just gonna go. If Odell plays, Odell. If he doesn't play, I'll stick with the Giants.
Yeah,
Regardless,
then
I'll
why
stick
did you
with
just
the
say
Giants.
Giants?
So you're
right off the
taking the
bat, then?
Giants. Oh.
Why you gotta make it all
because I'm not.
dramatic?
I want to say if he doesn't play, I'm going for the Lions. But can I do that? Or are we gonna allow?
Let's look at it this way. It's Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We won't know till Saturday or.
I got
Okay,
Giants.
so
morning, right?
that's what I'm doing. If Odell plays, Giants. If Odell doesn't play, Lions.
We'll mark that.
It's the stupidest shit I've heard. I got Giants outright. Even if Odell plays or not, fuck the Lions are trash.
I don't like the Lions either because they injured David Johnson.
The Lions on the road suck too, so that's just fucking.
I unfortunately am picking the Lions on a fourth quarter comeback.
God.
Yeah, I was just gonna
You
say.
just
So what
love the
happens when they're down?
$135 man
They're
coming
down in the
back.
fourth.
I don't like the Lions, but I like his fourth quarter comebacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would.
So,
you
can't
wish he
knock it.
came back on you, didn't you?
Sure. Yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as the picks go. Do you guys have, to round out all those picks, do you guys have an upset that you're looking at? Like, is there one that stands out to you? You go, I think that team's going to upset the other team.
It depends.
I have
Are we
an
talking
upset.
about a big upset or just in general if they're not favored?
Just a big upset. When looking at the board here,
Well, Eagles. I picked Eagles -5.5.
Minnesota
That's
Vikings.
it. Would be an upset. Minnesota
Okay.
is a good one.
Ryan?
I said Minnesota Vikings.
You had Minnesota?
Yeah, that was my upset.
Minnesota.
Oh, you did have yep.
Jacksonville could surprise. New Orleans Saints could surprise.
Lock of the week's Oakland.
And I was just about to say, who's your lock of the week?
It has to be
You
Oakland. You
have to-
can't choose anyone else.
If you
besides
want to
Oakland.
talk about natural, outright, absolute locks, you got to go with the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, if you're in a pick'em league where you choose one a week, the elimination pools. That's
Yep.
why I'm going Oakland this week.
Yeah, it's an absolute lock.
I am marking that for you guys. Now, if you're asking me as far as lock, I'd probably have to agree with you. 14 points, that's huge in the NFL. Even though I'm going to say it's going to work both ways for me. Oakland is my lock, but the Jets are my upset as far as the point spread goes. Because I think they're going to cover those points. 14 points is a lot in the
It's a lot of
NFL.
points in the
Especially
NFL.
when the 14 points next to that, it doesn't say New England.
But you're in a hostile environment in Oakland, right?
I understand
You're
that.
Going
But
across the country.
Last year
when's
they
the
were
last
there.
time you saw 14 points next to the Oakland's name?
I've seen
I don't
bigger
see
than
it.
14
I don't
point
see it
spreads,
happening.
But
Not for Oakland. So I'm gonna.
Oakland's a good team.
No, they are a good team.
You don't
I'm
think
picking
Oakland's
them.
going to win?
No, they're gonna win, but they're not gonna
Cover
those
the
by
spread.
14.
They're not
Okay.
gonna win by 14.
Okay.
And that's my upset. And
That's a solid pick.
so. I'm gonna have to
So,
circle that out.
so wait, you're picking a team that cover the spread as your upset. Is the dumbest shit ever.
What do you mean?
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
It's gotta
not
be straight
upset.
money line. We're not
It's
even
got to be a straight money line upset.
You want a money line
You
upset?
can't
It's not an
do a
upset
fucking
if it's-
upset.
Yes,
You're
I can.
picking
No, that's why
not.
they put the points.
You know
spread.
why?
Yeah, that's the point
No,
of the
you know
point
what?
spread.
Okay.
Just go with your team in
You
San
can't do it.
Francisco.
You got to pick a team. You got to pick a outright.
Paul wants
upset.
Chicago. You know
If
you want
wanna do
Chicago.
that
That's
upset,
your
you gotta
upset
go
right
Jets
away.
outright.
Where?
Shock
Chicago.
the fucking world.
Chicago's your upset.
It
It's a
was.
big upset, -7.
No.
He doesn't believe in his boys anymore.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Oh my.
Cleveland
fuck.
over Baltimore.
Oh my, you might as well pick the Jets. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm trying to mark these things out, but now the marker's coming through the paper. So
It's gonna be so strong.
What did I say? Lock.
I think the Bills better than the Browns.
No one cares what you think.
I'm just saying. Well, hopefully somebody cares.
So I mean, if there's nothing else, that might round out the week 1 recap and look ahead to week 2. Josh, you can lead us out. Anything else you got?
This is it for episode 1.
How long was it? What are we at right now?
Yeah,
We're at 125.
An hour 25?
Hour 25.
Yeah, it's
It's
easy.
It's a good time.
That's easy.
that was
You
easy.
got a
That's
couple
not
beers.
a bad episode 1.
That's not a bad episode 1. Now, obviously, we're gonna work on the audio quality and all that stuff. And
Yeah, it's episode
It's a work in
1.
progress.
Yeah,
We'll come back. Our plan is to do this every Wednesday. Have it up Wednesday night, Thursday morning. That way it's out before the Thursday night game. And then you got all week to listen. That's pretty much it. You guys have anything else?
I picked Cleveland as my upset, right?
Yeah. Well, if there's anyone out there re-offended or anything like that, fuck you. I don't care.
So let them know the email again.
Yeah, so you can reach us by emailing sportscastingcouch@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at @SC_couch. And on Facebook, facebook.com/sportscastingcouch.
That's it. I guess we'll see you next week on Wednesday.
Spit some flow, Ryan.
No, I got nothing.
Mics are getting cut.